Hi everyone, this is Bonnie. Hello. I have been just cutting some soaps today. So I've had so much going on lately that I haven't had time to make videos. I'm back in school, so semester started. And I've just been, I don't even remember the last batch number that I recorded, but I'm on batch 354 today. So I'm cutting some more Sandalwood Vanilla soap. So just kind of, checking in over here. There's so many things that I want to do and videos that I want to make, but just been, it's funny because when I make this one, when I film it, my soap always sets up so fast and I feel like I have I feel like I'm rushing. I feel like it's not ideal, but I didn't film this batch, so of course it came out super awesome. I don't know what it is. It's like Murphy's Law or something. I mean, there was no problem with this soap last time, but for some reason, I don't know. Maybe because I'm less distracted, but it can't even be that because the soap just behaves differently. So I don't know. But I like how this batch turned out because we have so many really fluid looking swirls in that, so I think that looks really cool. So this is my Sandalwood Vanilla soap. I'll show you what those look like cut here in just a second. Okay, well I got those loaves planed. Now I'm gonna go and cut them. And after this I have one more batch to cut, which is a hot process chocolate almond soap. So I'll show you that too. Okay, so in these ones you can see the swirl a little bit, but because the vanilla has to do a color change, you can't see it all the way. I'll show you one from a previous batch and you can see what it looks like. Or actually, if you look at the outside where it already color changed, you can tell what the colors are, which varies per bar. So this is my newest batch of Sandalwood Vanilla, which is one of the many batches that I've been up to since my last video. Other things I've been up to, I guess, personally, is I recently had on January 9th, I got my first laser tattoo removal session done. So I know that many of you might be curious on how did it feel? And I'll tell you what, it does not hurt as bad as getting a tattoo. But healing from it is it just feels so tight and kind of like sore all the time. So definitely don't get tattoos unless you are not going to get them removed, because now the tattoo is like significantly lighter and blurred and I'm kind of stuck with it. I have to keep removing it now, but I wanted to remove it not because I didn't like the tattoo, but because it was in a location that is hard to cover, and I realized after so much time that I don't really want to answer questions about the tattoo, because people are often, asking me, oh, what does your tattoo mean? What is this about? When did you get that? And to me, my feelings are more like, I don't want to talk about it. So that's interesting. Yeah, so some states are requiring a doctor to do it, but luckily in my state you just need to have a certified laser specialist and a medical overseer, so they actually do it right at the tattoo shop. So that's cool. Really brings down the cost as opposed to like if you have to go to a dermatologist. But it blisters, so it's really no fun. but I've been doing that on just a little tattoo that I have on my forearm because in the summertime I want to wear short sleeves and I want to just not have to, I guess, be judged justify it or to not really be judged. I don't want to be asked about it. People, it's a tattoo in a foreign language. I just don't want people to ask about it. It's none of their business, but you know, I make it in a prominent location. So I was thinking about actually moving the tattoo to be somewhere else, but you can't get more tattoos while you're going through tattoo removal because it involves the immune system. So the laser just breaks up the ink, and then your immune system is responsible for removing the ink from your body. And you don't want to get more tattoos while you're getting tattoo removal, because then your immune system will not be as effective in removing the one that you want removed because you put a new one in. So those are interesting things, which got me reading to like, how do you get the most out of your, I like that one. Look, you can see the swirl. How do you get the most out of your tattoo removal? Well, that would be like boosting your immune system. So you have to make sure you get exercise at least 4 days a week. And I like to do running. I run on the treadmill, and I'm back to my usual weight. So like I was looking at one of the videos from me before, like after I had a baby, and I could just really notice that I had a lot more weight then. But I like to exercise, so I'm back down to my usual weight, and I like to continue to exercise, so that's good for your immune system. And then you want to eat like your 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, and drink a lot of water. So I mean, those are all good things to do anyway, but if you're getting a tattoo removal, then it really challenges your immune system. So, and you definitely don't want to do it if you're sick. Like, I know the flu is going around right now, so if you're sick or something, you don't want to get it. You don't want to do anything like that. And so that's kind of, you know, what I've been up to, stuff like this. I can really see the swirl on that one too. And then, so you saw a lot of these bars, and I want to show you the other ones that are chocolate almond. Okay, that is the completed cut of the Sandalwood Vanilla. So I'm going to go get the chocolate almond next and tell you about that one. This is my hot process chocolate almond soap, and it is hot process, which makes it have this more of a lumpy texture to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to plane this down. This is batch 344. I wanted to do the other one first because the other one has some of the same fragrance as this one. This is actually a mix of chocolate, almond, and vanilla fragrance. And I blended the three together so you can see what it looks like. The top and sides look smooth enough, but I'm going to plane the top to try to make it a little bit less crusty looking. So we'll see how that looks. I'll film the first one and then I'll probably pause. We can see we're getting a little bit smoother, but I'm going to have to go a few times. Smells really nice though. So this also has ground almonds inside, which I use almond meal. So it will have like a little bit of a scrubby exfoliating texture to it. So it's kind of like a chocolate almond cookie sort of scent. Definitely smells really chocolatey. Let's see, let me tell you what's inside of this. The ingredients for this one, we have organic palm, rice bran, sweet almond oil, lots of sweet almond oil actually, #1 ingredient, organic cocoa butter, unrefined so that it lends its scent, jojoba oil, organic golden jojoba oil. That's one ingredient. I don't know why I read it backwards like that. We have also, I used organic virgin coconut oil in this because I wanted that coconut scent to lend to, or, you know, contribute, because coconut and almond smells good together. So with all of that, let's see what else. Also the almond meal, which was not organic, but I found some nice non-GMO almond meal. And the fragrances that I mentioned, and also cocoa powder. So this one, oh yeah, and organic milk, a cow's milk in this one. So I also, let's see, that's it, I put that in there, yeah. The batch for this is by weight, 60% organic. So I only sell it as made with organic ingredients and list it in the organic category if it's at least 75. So it will be sold as regular, but it is a 60% organic soap. So there we go. I planed the first one, and then I'm going to do that to the other ones, and then I'll get cutting on this one. So I have 3 loaves of this one, which should yield 24 bars, and it will be limited. I'm not going to make it again. I planed those 3 loaves, but this little one, I'm just going to cut into samples. So I am going to plane the top, but you can see it's like half as short. So let me do that really quick. So another thing that I am excited about is I'm getting a dog soon. Yay! A little doggy. So I have a cat. I'm a little bit concerned about how the cat is going to feel about getting a dog, but we are getting a dog, and hopefully that will go okay. I think because she is an older cat and the dog will be like a little puppy, I'm hoping that the transition will go well. But if you have any tips, I guess, on introducing a puppy to a cat, then go ahead and let me know. What are your thoughts on that? So we are really excited to have a dog around here, and we're going to feel better about it because last March we had an attempted break-in, and we decided we're going to get a dog. And we wanted to get a dog sooner, but various things have happened. So there is a specific dog, or, you know, some dogs that we're interested in, some little puppies that we're going to go look at, and going to probably get one of them soon. So I'm excited to have a little doggy, but we want to do it in the spring when the weather is a little bit better, because it will be easier to housebreak. We were going to get one in December, but it would have been, I think it would have been really hard to deal with housebreaking a puppy in the winter, and it's been so long since we've had a dog that you know, it's just easier to get accustomed to all that stuff when the weather is not so harsh, especially because we had a particularly cold end of December and beginning of January this year. It was we expect bad weather here in Indiana. We expect it to be really cold. We expect that kind of weather in January, but for what we got, we don't expect it to be that cold for that long. And this year was, I mean, it's not so bad right now. It's like back to normal, you know, winter, but it was really, really cold. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I think I bonked the camera a little bit. So that should be an exciting thing. I think the kids will really, really like that. Okay, so let's see how these bars look. I'm probably going to have to take one of these sample size bars for myself to try it out too, because I don't often do hot process soaps anymore because my batch size is limited by the size of the crock pot. These are made in the crock pot. But I just really like them too. So this is how they look. I don't expect a color change in this because, you know, it's been cooked. Usually the cold process soaps will do a big old color change when you use like vanilla and chocolate and stuff like that. But I don't expect them to really change. They should probably look like this. I'm excited to see how the almond meal feels, because I have some organic cornmeal that I used. I used to make one called Scrub Me Green, which was a green tea with the cornmeal. I should make it again. It was really good soap. And I had someone that would just come and buy them all too. So maybe I should make them again, but it was like a limited thing that I made for a little while, and I don't have any more of the green tea fragrance, but I suppose I should probably make them again someday. So, what was I talking about? I don't know, something about the dog. But yeah, we're excited. We want to get a little girl dog, and hopefully that will help us be better alerted to any possible situations. So what happened is, it was like a really windy day, and it was at nighttime. And we thought it was just like the wind making all of this knocking noises and stuff. But then our kids came and told us, we think somebody is at the door, and someone was at the door, and they were trying to like break in the door and everything. It was really scary for the kids and for us too, which just made us feel like, because we live in a great area. We live in a completely crime-free area, almost crime-free. I mean, nowhere is crime-free, right? Completely crime-free, but really good area, but it can happen anywhere. So, yep, long story short, they found the guy, and we decided not to press charges. And there was a little bit of damage done to our front door, but thankfully it was just kind of like a scary day. But now, like, you know, when it's windy and stuff and I hear knocking or knocks or creaks or whatever, I just feel a little bit uneasy. So hopefully, you know, get a little doggy who alerts us to any kind of shenanigans that's going on outside. That'll be nice. Plus, it's just nice. It'll be nice to have a dog again. It's been so long since I've had a dog. So we're excited for that. Thought for a long time about it and deciding to do it. So that's exciting. Here we go. And those are my soaps for today, and a little chatting along the way. I'll put them over here and then I'll show you what they look like. Oh wait, no, first I want to cut the sample bars. I gotta show you how I'm doing it now anyway, because if you didn't see my other video on my sample cutter, because this cutter is the Essential Depot long leaf cutter. I mean, not long leaf, long loaf. Sometimes I think one word and I say another word, so sorry that I do that sometimes. I promise it's all sorted in my head. Okay, but this is from Bud Hafner. This is, what does he call it? There was a sticker on here, but I think it came off. Bud's Wood Shop, I think is what it is. But if you search for Bud Hafner soap cutters, this is a custom cutter. He does them in 1-inch sizes, but this one is 1/2 inch. This soap is probably too hard for me to do, but hold on. I'm just trying to go like slowly and gently because it's out for a few days. There we go. And this is a guitar string cutter. So while the strings on the Essential Depot cutter are thicker and a little bit more sturdy, these ones are guitar strings, so they're really easy to replace. Those ones are hard to replace, but they're really sturdy, and you probably won't need to replace them for 4 or 5 years. But these ones break more often, but they're really easy and super cheap to replace. So weigh the benefits of each one and make your decision accordingly. So here are, I'm going to cut them down some more, but I'm going to show you that. Okay. And then this one. Alright. So the little sample bags that I use are 2 by 3 size. I'll show you what they look like. They're like this big. Okay. Really small. And I put a little soap inside and I seal them up, and I put a little like 1 by 2 sticker on it. So usually if I cut these into thirds, that's my new sample size. I was doing bigger samples, but I'm starting to do smaller samples now because I want to be able to give people different types. So I thought that would be a good change. So you might end up with the same like weight in samples, but maybe you would get a few different kinds. So look at all those samples, super samples. So they were cut into 16ths, and then the 16 are getting cut into thirds. So whatever is 16 by 3 is how many samples I have. You can do the math. I don't want to do math under pressure. That's the only time I make mistakes. I'm actually really good at math. You know, I was thinking today, I was like, wow, last semester was so hard because I took 15 credits and I had to do all these papers. But this semester is like so easy, even though I'm doing 16 credits. It's because I'm taking math courses. I like math. I don't like writing papers. So that's just me. I should just take a bunch of math. No, I mean, not too much math, but anyways, getting off track. Okay, so here's little samples now. So I'm going to let all these cure, and then I'll make little 2x3 samples. So, like, that's the wrong one. I have like little examples of my sample size labels. So I have little 2x3 or 1x2s for my 2x3 bags. And if I do this, it fits on like that. I put the soap inside. I just have to seal it with the impulse sealer. So I'm not going to actually do that right now. That was just an example of how it's going to go. So I'll put all these on the tray. And then all of these little shavings that I create in my soap making process all get melted down into the rebatch bars of soap, which are back in stock, by the way, on my website. And normally you get one free with a coupon code, but I was having an error with the coupon code, so it's temporarily not available. But if you place an order and you would like one free, just leave me a note in your checkout that says I would like a batch of, or I would like a bar of the rebatch soap for free, because don't add it to your cart because it's not working right now. Unless, of course, it is working, because it will be working again in the future. It'll say in the listing whether or not it's working. But yeah, sorry about that. There was a issue and I had to contact the developer, which I almost never have to do because there's never anything that's that bad, but apparently my coupon was programmed to only work for one specific item, and it instead was taking off the lowest price item, and you know, that's not good, because what I had was someone was trying to buy a $20 item, and that was the only item that they were trying to buy, so it was taking off $20, and that's, I mean, I would love to be able to just give everyone $20 worth of soap, but I just wouldn't be in business, so I had to contact the developers and find out why I programmed this coupon. It's not working as it's supposed to, and hopefully that should be fixed soon, and when it's fixed, I'll put it back in the right way and make sure that it's working the right way. So that is it. And if you do decide to order at www.goodearthspa, use coupon code YouTube, one word, all caps. I'll have that in the description under the video. And you can save 10%. And lauric acid is back in stock as of today. And let's see. That's for soap making. Okay, let me show you these really quick, and then I will end this little video. My little batch record, I like to tuck it under the paper so I can refer back to it with my notes and stuff. Okay, there we go. So this is the Milk Chocolate Almond Vanilla soap. So this one should be ready in February, sometime, middle of February probably. Okay, well that's it. Bye-bye.